slightly, exposed, and then keep that cover overnight. So here. So I'm just gonna get a little sprinkle on the rim. Now, if your pieces dry out a lot and you do this right here, you kind of pick up some of that scoring, but just like doing a handle, you go in and give some meat cutting in there. Oh yeah, I forgot one of my wires. Should have had everything here.
What do you need?
One of the short wires there, the green wires. Okay, so now scratching the other way. So it gives you lots of fingers, a lot of clay fingers that are sticking up here. Thank you. And I probably should do something with this one here too. So I'm going to take this and do the same thing. Same thing here with this one, just for a moment. Get this in. Spritzy, spritzy. And, of course, if you had a little vinegar on there, that would be good too.
Right.
It just makes a better bond.
Okay.
Something in the white vinegar, it just does a really good job bonding the clay molecules. And you may notice that one was kind of dibbed in, and this one's dibbed out a little bit. So we go in one direction, now we go over here and go the other direction. Gives you lots of fingers in many different ways.
Are these leather, right?
Yeah. Like,
This is in leather.
I'd say, yeah. Okay. Now, sometimes you get yourself a little slip pot going. I'm almost thinking that those guys are just too wet. But slip pot, take this guy right here, make a little pinch pot. And
Do you need this?
we'll borrow some of the sauce that's in here. Separate on the side, here's good stuff. Okay, let me be back for more. When you stir all that up there, you want to dab that across. Go all the way around. Sometimes, you may want to put sauce on both. But sometimes, you're adding too much moisture in there. It's about just getting the right amount of clay slip in there that, that does the bonding for you. If you have really dry pieces, then that's why you use a bead of fresh clay. I think that clay might be too dry.
you score it also?
Yeah, sometimes you can, okay, but I think in my case here, I could probably get away with just a fresh bead of clay. So I'll probably open up that bag and make a small little mini coil and not worry about that kind. And I could just stick them wet like this, but it might take a little bit more massaging, to do. If I have a fresh coil, I think it'll set up a little bit better. And, it's not necessarily going to dry right away when this is sitting here like this. So I can sit for a moment while I just, make some small coils in the bag. Look at that, just enough all the way around, yes? Here it is. Back a few more times there. Okay. Roll coil up, flatten it out. Yeah, I think that's behaving a little bit better than the other. Quarter of the way there. Too much.
So you're making it a little bit thicker than the rims with.
Right, just a hair thicker. It's gonna squirt out on both sides. It needs time to set up. And once it sets up, you can kind of trim the weight on both sides. This guy's too long. Here can work well in hand building too. Oh, just a touch. All right, slide that down a little bit. How's that? Another tiny bit. I just left to slide here. So that fresh bead of clay will help equalize and dry out your pieces. Now, this one, do you want to cut? Or do you, put it upside down, then try to cut? Well, I think in my case here, I'll go ahead and do a cut.
How do you decide?
Pardon?
How do you decide?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's easier to bring it in and lower it in, put it on top. But I wanna try it like this. I don't think it'll distort too much. Speed got compromised.
What'd you say?
Well, so, let me turn off my Bluetooth. Now you can play your music. Okay. So earlier I had cut something all the way through.
No.
This is David at the Clay Life.